Okay, so we're gonna get another session going with Matt and Leo. Interesting thing, just looking through Leo's bag, is you stop at the 3-iron and then you go all the way to the driver. You've got nothing in between. So the first thing you might think when you see that is like, that's crazy. How could you have no woods? Don't forget that Leo's ball speed with a driver is close to 200 at times, so he's extremely fast. He can hit his 3-iron 275, so it's not that crazy. But the curiosity that you've had is, hey, could there be a utility type club or a fairway wood type club that would offer me something? Because you literally have a spot in the bag. You have 13 clubs in the bag. Can we fit him? Matt can fit him for something that fits in that gap. Maybe goes, as ridiculous to say, but maybe goes around 300 yards, 290. You can hit off tight par 4s. You can hit into long par 5s, and just kind of explore that opportunity.
Yeah, be interesting.
Yeah, I think the gap right now is when I do show up and it's a short par 4, maybe 300, the 3-iron just goes a little short.
Yeah.
Driver goes too far, and then if I have a par 5 and it's 280 and I want to land it soft, I don't really have that right now.
Okay.
Right.
And so something, and I've tried hybrids, I've tried woods, and the last time I had a fairway wood in the bag was in college, probably.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you hit us a few with that 3-iron, just to get baseline numbers. We want to see what the separation will be with distance. Smashed.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, so casual 277 total.
Just
168 ball speed.
cruising speed.
Good swing there.
There it is.
Gorgeous. Fast too.
Wow.
Very nice. Okay, so
Not
what's
too shabby.
what's the first one, Matt, that you'd want to try?
So we're gonna move into just a proper hybrid.
So a Titleist TSI 3 first.
TSI 3 2 hybrid.
It's more ball speed.
2.
Interesting. So more spin. So you definitely got more speed and pop out of that, but you didn't hit it much further than your 3-iron just because it got a little bit higher up in the air, didn't it? That's got a little more heat on it.
A little bit more like it.
Just
Lower
a bit less spin.
rate.
Yep. That's
Also, right.
no, it's coming back a bit.
Not bad.
Interesting. So this seems like it might be a little high spin. Interesting that it wants to spin for him, eh?
Yeah.
A little low in the face.
Got that.
Okay. So it
Alright.
seems to be producing a little more spin than we want. It's got ball speed, which is what we want, but we need to
Definitely
be
a
able
plus.
to
Let's
get
make
the
one
spin
more.
down a bit.
Told you I was
He's sensitive.
sensitive to it.
Yeah. So it kind of seems like you moved the
So
weight around a few
interesting.
times. You moved
Yeah.
around the cartridge. It still wants to produce a little bit too much spin. Would this be a good point to maybe switch to a different club?
I would say, yeah, working into a different hybrid head is going to probably show a slightly different spin rate,
Okay.
but also maybe even a lower loft could potentially give that to us.
Sounded really good.
Oh,
Ooh.
a little spin anomaly,
Uh-oh.
maybe.
It might be going too far. See, but now we're talking though, right? So you've got way more ball speed, almost a 290 carry, and you were looking for sub 4,000 spin, which you now have.
That's exactly what we need to get that carry distance.
So this is now an in-between club, more so than the other one was, because you can hit this 30-ish yards further than your 3-iron.
Yeah.
He's
Like a
squared it up
good
really
miss,
well.
maybe.
Yeah, just kind of healed it a bit, but not a bad result at all.
Still pretty good.
It was high on the face.
We got away
Good
with it.
result though. Drop the spin down a bit more.
Oh my lord.
Smashed.
Got away with it.
Yeah,
Definitely much closer here.
This is working, isn't it?
I felt the high
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I'm
Good
looking
launch
for.
and spin off the tee.
I'd say the positive thing is the spin rates have been neutralized.
Yep. Down to
Right.
3,000, 3,500.
So I feel like going down in loft, but also I would say the build of the club is much more beneficial to you. So the hybrid being a little shorter, at least from what I saw in terms of your delivery, it was a little steeper, creating a little bit more spin.
Yeah.
So even though you're striking it well at times, the spin rates were just a bit too high. And we
Yeah.
probably have to do too much to that club to get it to these numbers, whereas a longer club, maybe a bit more wood type, right? A little closer to 4 wood, 5 wood,
Yeah.
allows you to shallow out into the ball a little bit better, helps you keep the spin rates down, just create that carry distance.
Seems to be working. So you were basically, it looked like 25, 30 yards more carry on your good ones versus the 3-iron. You spun it, 1,500 less than the hybrid. Kind of seems like you guys could do another session to dial that head in even further for Leo, because I think it's fulfilled the goal, which was to give you a club between driver and 3-iron.
Yeah.
It's definitely doing that. You look comfortable with it, and this is not a shaft that you would end up going with. We'd have to build something up for you in a future fit.
Yeah.
So I think leaving it at this point as this is a really viable option. It's done a great job filling that gap, and then maybe just a follow-up session to dial a shaft in.
Felt a lot more comfortable just looking down on it versus the hybrid.
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't have to work as much to get it higher on the face, whereas with a hybrid, I sometimes feel like I have to force hitting down on it,
Okay.
or at least that's my thought.
Yeah. Sure.
And
Your
here,
strikes were better.
even when I didn't try, it felt like it was higher in the face, which in reality it was actually kind of in the middle.
Definitely.
Pretty solid.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Okay, good. All right. Well, so guys, that's basically a long game fitting for Leo there. So Leo did not have a club in that spot at all. You hadn't really been looking for one for a while, Leo?
No.
No. So just kind of like playing around it. And I would say on the golf course now, you're going to be able to have a 290 carry shot off tees on tighter holes. You're
Yeah.
going to be able to go for really long par fives. I could see this being like a really good weapon for him. Once you do that final dial in, probably pick a different shaft, and we can follow up and do another video and see how that process goes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Awesome.
Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.